I'm having to steer it myself while my daughter does her uni. She's got an hour lecture at the moment, so I'm on my own. You can see there we're doing 5.2 knots and it's 1 hour 15 minutes till we get to the first waypoint. Yeah, we're going through the Wide Bay Bar now. We're on the Mad Mile. It's reasonably tame at the moment. Well, we're over the bar. We saw one breaking wave behind us, that was all. Probably 50 metres behind the boat. That's looking back at Double Island Point. Nicole's talking to Mum now. Now that we've got through the Wide Bay Bar.
And what have I been up to? I don't know, maybe hours.
Nicole's just put the jib away. I'm heading down towards Gary's Anchorage. I don't think we're going as far as that. But Fraser Island in the afternoon sun is looking very green. We made it through Wide Bay Bar with not much drama. And now we're at Elbow Creek on Fraser Island. We just anchored in probably 8.8 metres of water here. Don't want to go in any closer because of the bugs. Plus, legally we've got to be 100 metres offshore, which is about what we are. I hadn't been up here for about 10 years. I just recognised this bit. Very pleased about that. Don't need to go any further than here. This is fresh water here, so we'll have a quick swim because the tide's going out, or we won't get out, and the creek carries on round. I went right up last time, but this is good enough for what our purposes are. Have a good shower and a wash. Look at that then, Nicole.
Oh, it's not too bad. It's quite
few bugs up here though, isn't there?
Yeah,
just enough to annoy the crap out of you. Anyway, we're off down the stream now, trying to get out of here before the tide blocks us off. We're coming out of here pretty quick now. We'll keep getting stuck in a few places, but we're making it. Well, with all that rain on the way up, the Double Island disaster struck, and my auto helm's got a lot of water in it and won't work. So I'm going to have to faff around for a fair bit of the day trying to make it go. I think there's a good chance that I'll be able to get it go because I think it's only fresh water. I can see quite a lot on the card here. I'm going to rub it with a toothbrush and try and stop the tracking and put it back together and see if I can make it work. Anyway, this is going to probably take me a couple of hours. If you look at this here, you can see there's quite around these bits of solder like there. We've got a bit of a production run going here. I've got both of them apart. I can't really see anything wrong with this one. I've kind of rubbed it with a toothbrush, put a little bit of isopropyl on it, and with the top still off it, I'm going to try it out now and see if I can get it to work. We've got the tide under us now. We're doing about 6.5 knots. And we're heading down the sandy Straits. Behind Nicole there is Gary's Anchorage. We're going to give that a miss. And just carry on right down there, as far as you can see. No point in putting the sails up. The wind we're smack into the wind. Stewart Island. That's the other end of Gary's Anchorage in the centre of the screen where you can pop out of.
So we motored on down to Fig Tree Creek, where we had a swim and a wash, and collected some brackish to fresh water to wash our feet with, somewhere called Angwara. We intend to motor up the creek tomorrow morning at high tide, and Dad also intends to fix up the boot on the bottom of the boat tomorrow. We're going to dry out. I hope that I'm going to get some more reading done of my book because I read a lot today, and maybe do a little bit of my economics assignment. So I'm just watching the last bit of the pink stop reflecting off the clouds, and we've had dinner, so I'll probably read some of more of my book and maybe consider eating a pancake.
Just entering the creek. Got to make it a quick trip. Tide's going out, and I've got the boat sitting in 1 metre of water, and I want to put the legs on. Slow down, you've got to go over this log. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, Nicole is navigating us up this river. The Old Faithful, touch wood, I'm touching one of the oars now. There's a lot of letters down yet. The river's changing here. No longer got any mangroves. Turn the outboard off. It's going to clump. There you go, keep going then. Give it a bit.
I think this is us, Dad.
This is us.
Wow, this is cool.
What do you think of this then, Nicole?
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's like a little dam wall here with the tree log.
Yeah, that's right.
It's funny.
It's not bad, is it?
No,
Hey?
it's pretty nice.
Have a taste.
This is much better than the last water we swam
Yeah, I
in.
thought so. And there's our bucket with all our washing gear and washing to do. Anyway, we can't spend a long time up here because the tide's going down and I've got to dry the boat out and put the legs on. I've been working all day after we came down that creek on drying the boat out and fixing the rubber seal on the bottom of the leg. And this is, if you look up the top of the mast there, you should be able to see a little bag. That's my phone, which is we're using as the Wi-Fi connection. We raise it up the thing and connect it to the Wi-Fi, and Nicole can do her work on the computer. We get reasonable reception by doing that. Coming back to the boat, and this is my rudder stock, and I looked, I thought, oh, there's a bloody crack in the bolt. It's a bit strange. unfortunately the nut didn't fit. We're okay. I'll put the vice grips on it, held it back together, and that'll be safe enough to get us to the next port. After leaving Yankee Jack Creek, we're heading down to Riverheads and up to Maryborough, and there's a Chandler's open there, and we'll be able to get another nut. Well, the autopilot's again working. At the moment it's been a bit temperamental. Started it up and I got a scream out of it, but it kind of settled down and all of a sudden it worked. So just hope he keeps going along. This is my old faithful from Straits. Just keeps going for a fair while yet. Yeah, down there in the centre of the screen's Riverheads. I think. Maybe not as far as that. Anyway, there's a green mark over there. We've got to go close to that, so I'm going to have to alter course again a bit more and keep going down towards Kingfisher Bay. And when we get towards Kingfisher Bay, then we turn left. That's what my daughter's told me anyway. Up ahead, the entrance to the Mary River. Directly behind us is Mackenzie Jetty, and just down a bit from that is Kingfisher Bay. Port and mark there, and if you look at that you can see the tide running by it pretty strong. You can see there in the chart the Mary River. We've got a lot of tide against us. It's spring tides at the moment, so we whistled down till we turned the corner to come up the Mary River. Now we're doing 1.9, 2 knots. Pretty slow. Doing at least 5.5 through the water at least. My daughter's down below. She's going to make us to run out of bed, so we're having toasted wraps now instead of toasted cheese sandwiches. Nice motor cruiser called Capricorn. Just taking the jib down, going around this red mark. We're going to have to go to windward now. A lot of tide here. We're going up the Mary River now. That's M8. Just hit the bottom and we took us a little while to get off, but the tide's just turned and it's coming in. There's my next buoy right down there, which is a red one. At the moment we're in 4.6 of water. We've got everything happening here. We've got a shallow alarm going off. My daughter's saying the sun's going down and we're still not anchored, Dad. My daughter's on the front of the boat taking the jib off. She's not very happy. You know, she's trying to get her uni done and she's still got to do her sailing shorts. Well, we had a comfortable night on the Mary River, anchored where we are, which is before the Big Bend. Just coming up to a green mark here. We could hear cows in the night, and I thought there must be a farm somewhere close by behind the mangroves. Slowly motoring down the river now with the tide, last of the tide, so it's high tide and they're very big tides at the moment. Nicole's is just on the helm. She's doing her uni while Dad gets the anchor squared away and cleans up a bit and does a little bit of filming. She needs to brush her hair though. First bit of grass we've seen all the way up so far. And if you look through there, I think there are ibises and herons all in there. There's a couple of kangaroos just there standing by that tree. I thought they were tree stumps. Past a nice jetty here, first one we've seen. True blue, very nice houseboat. Here's somebody's cruising boat. Obviously they've retired with their boat to Bundaberg here and bought a block of land and made a jetty. That would have been a fair few years ago. The house is up there. I bet it brings back memories to the guy. Sand mining operation here. We must dredge it in the river. Alongside the public jetty at Maryborough. We inquired about going in the marina, but they won't let us in. They're not letting anybody in the marina at the moment till the white coronavirus is on. We managed to fill up with water here. There's a tap. It kind of trickles out. Took us quite a while, but we've got time, so we filled up with water and we've filled up with diesel. I love Maryborough. You can just walk across the road to a reconditioner of diesel engines, servicing Jabsco and Johnson pumps. This here's the Straits court, still working, and there's no sitting on any of these seats in the outside here. It's to do with social distancing. There's Queen's Park. And the Excelsior City Band Practice Hall. Brilliant. Yeah, we tried anchoring our boat over there, just in between the first boat you see and the shore. Anyway, it's a bit of a disaster. We managed to hang on during the night, but when the tide turned, we dragged, and we had to pick up our anchor basically in the middle of the river, and we went over to the town quay for the rest of the day, and then left at the end of the day and went on down the river. Artemis on the town jetty. Sunset on the Mary River in central Queensland.